I don't know about you, but while I'm upgrading my life and diving into my divine power, really accepting who I am, embracing the things that come with it, I'm also at a space where I'm ready to really dive into my wealthy woman era. What about you?
Sit down, relax for just a minute. Tell me that your heart is really in it. I know that this.
What's up, beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. As always, I am Ashley Nicole, and this is a place where beauty meets confidence. So I know in my last couple videos, I've been telling you guys I'm going to get on here and be consistent, but guess what? I need you guys to like, I need you guys to subscribe, hit that notification bell, all those good things, because I am operating in a space where I am diving into my divine power. And with that, I wanted to take you guys through the journey of the things that I've been working on. As always, if you like that, if you like those type of videos, let me know. Let me know if there's some things you guys want to talk about. So today, we're talking about entering the wealthy woman era. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of operating in a space where I just accept what people give to me. You know, what the world just decides they want to hand out to me. You know, like going to a place and feeling like I want this, but I can only give that. No, we're not operating in that space anymore. So with that, we're going to talk about just entering that wealthy woman era and what that looks like. So originally, when I started YouTube years and years ago, I felt like I was just, getting on here because I seen other people doing it. And I didn't really have the connection that I'm beginning to feel now. Even in the next couple weeks, you're going to see my page begin to change. And I'm going to be talking about more deeper things with embracing your divine power, stepping into that femininity, becoming the woman that you wish you have always wanted to be. So we're going to be talking about things like eating healthy, taking care of yourself, what new habits and things look like. And if that's something that you're interested in, then this is the place for you guys. So let's get into this video. Because I really get emotional and really involved when I talk about stuff, I try to keep what I need right in front of me so that I don't, go every which way. So we're going to go through this. I'm going to just read down a list of things, what I'm working on, what you can work on, and what some may say the space that you operate in when becoming a wealthy woman. We're moving into a different era. So entering my wealthy woman era, I want a life of ease. A life of ease, right? So the first thing I'm working on is getting my house in order. Like, I'm very organized, but I was expecting to move a while back, but we decided we're going to work on some other things before we leave this area. So I need to redo my house because I took everything down. And with that, I want a house that is peaceful, that is mostly clean all the time, and that is easy access when it's time for me to work on the things I need to work on, right? So my office, as you can see, I have my book area. Then I have my personal work area. I also have my 9-to-5 office space, and then I also work out in this room. I will maybe walk you guys through my office in another video. But with that, I'm trying to make sure that every space in my house is just comfortable, calming, and I don't have to do as much work, as well as redoing my kitchen, organizing my cabinets, organizing my refrigerator, making sure that my house is neat, clean, put away, and having a schedule when the cleaning needs to happen, when the laundry and things need to be done, so that when I do need time to sit down and record these videos, that my life is just easy going and flowing for me. So the next one is peace and comfort. So to me, those go hand in hand with having a life of ease, like just setting things up for myself so that I don't feel overwhelmed of like I'm rushing through life and I don't know what's going on. That to me is like making my space comfortable, making sure that I feel at peace in my relationship with my daughter, making sure I feel at peace in relationship with my husband, and then just always having that comfortable environment with me. And then making sure I'm planning. So instead of waking up in the morning and kind of willy-nilly and not knowing what I'm eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, not having my day planned, I try to get my things planned. I try to meal prep at the top of the week, either like on a Sunday or a Monday, just get everything cooked and ready for myself. And then I also try to make sure I fill out my planner for the month. If not for the month, then I fill it out for the week. And then I also have my checklist or my to-do list. Now, do you have to do that? Absolutely not. But it works for me. So you have to find what works for you and implement it into your life in order for you to have that comfort, that peace, and that ease. And then we're also working on internal as well as external. External is important. Happiness, right? External happiness is like from other people, making sure that your environment at work and what you're doing in your career and things are important. But the internal happiness is where I am working on myself. I am healing past traumas and things that may have added conflict into my life from my past versus bringing them into my present, right? So I'm doing things like watching inspirational videos, or listening to inspirational podcasts, speaking to maybe a counselor or life coach or someone that can help me work through my internal things so that I can be internally happy as well as externally happy. So by now you're probably thinking, well, what does this have to do with being wealthy, right? Wealth is, to me, in my opinion, is not based off of just money. Wealth to me is in all areas of my life. I want to be in a specific place financially. Of course, yes, I do. I want to be in a specific place in my marriage and in my relationships and in my career. So for me, I'm thinking of a whole broad spectrum of where my wealthiness comes from. So with that, when you're working on being, that wealthy woman, and you're walking into that era, and you're wanting a life of ease, and you're wanting the peace and comfort and eternal happiness, internal happiness, with understanding that this doesn't require to feel stressed out. You shouldn't feel struggle when you're working on this. You shouldn't feel distress when you're working on these things in your life, right? It's meant to be fulfilling, right? You should be fulfilled in your relationship with yourself. You should have the fulfilling needs in your relationship with your partner or with your kids or with your family. That's the initial reason for me starting this, is because I don't feel that I was unhappy in any areas. I just feel like things could be better. I feel like things don't have to be as hard as that sometimes us humans make it. So again, you have to describe and you have to define what wealthiness looks like for you. Whether you're focusing on wealthiness as far as, a financial standpoint, or within your household, within your marriage, within your relationships, within your career. That is up to you. However, for me, I want wealthiness in every area of my life. So with that, I'm going to close it out by just kind of reading this briefly of what I'm working on, what that feels like for me, and you can take these things and implement them in your life, right? I want it to be filled with mutual relationships. This is what I want my life to be filled with. Mutual relationships, the give and the get. I don't want to empty myself out and not get things in return, and not saying that you always have to get something, but it's just as I want to be a light in someone else's life, I want the same in return. So mutual relationships. I want clarity in the way that I operate and what I'm doing, right? I want to embrace in my self-care and not feel bad about it. I choose to embrace the abundance and the prosperity in my life in all areas. I will not enter anything that causes me stress or brings me any negativity or emotional distraught in my life. I will not accept it. I am setting boundaries, right? I am a God-fearing, in touch with the universe, embracing my divine femininity, my divine power, and I want to be a wealthy woman. I want to walk in favor, and I don't want to be ashamed or feel bad about who I am, because I'm at a space where I know what I want. I know what I want to accomplish. I know who I want to be, and I believe in myself. And I believe that when you take time to work on you, to be okay with you, even if you're not exactly where you want to be, it doesn't mean that you're in a horrible place. You can work on it, and you can't be afraid to start over. You can't be afraid to try again, and you can't be afraid to really believe in you, even if no one else does. I hope this video wasn't, too emotional, because like I said, I get emotional when I have these conversations with myself, with my partner, and even just releasing it out into the world. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. You know, I believe in you. You're more than enough. Until next time.
Sit down, relax for just a minute. Tell me that your heart is really